This is the time and date. Cars are easily one of the most important products in our modern lifestyle. Ever since science and technology has increased over the years, electric cars are becoming more relevant and trying to take over gas cars in the near future. But are electric cars all that eco-friendly as they say they are compared to gas-powered vehicles? Let's find out. Even though electric cars have gained a huge following based off their fewer emissions than gas-powered cars have more miles available for the consumer to choose from than electric cars. Many questions cross my mind when I think about comparing electric cars to ordinary gas-powered cars. Like, how efficient are they? How long do the batteries last? How do they properly dispose of the old batteries? And many more questions come to rise. My first point will be about the battery issues electric vehicles currently have and how do the companies properly dispose of the car batteries. A Forbes article in 2019 by Billy Robertson states issues users have had with Tesla batteries in their Model S vehicles. Tesla's batteries has shown degradation after years of service and only 72,000 miles, which cuts down a handful of miles that the car can travel during a period of time. The same battery that are in our iPhone and Android phones are in electric vehicles. Lithium-ion batteries slowly degrade after every use. Even though electric vehicles are less cost efficient and require less service than gas vehicles, the batteries still pose a harm to the environment. How? There is currently no standardized organization around recycling used electric vehicle batteries. Most electric car batteries are dumped into landfills. The article, The Afterlife of Electric Vehicles in 2019, states the global stockpile of these batteries is expected to exceed 3.4 million by 2025, compared with about 55,000 from last year. That's an almost 62% increase in 7 years. Car batteries take around 100 years to decompose, which is far worse for our environment than the emissions from gas cars. My next point will be about the lack of charging stations from electric-powered vehicles and how that affects the user compared to gas-powered vehicles. Electric vehicles have a shorter mile range than gas-powered cars. Just imagine taking an electric vehicle on a road trip, having to find a charging station along the way, which can turn a 5-hour trip into an 8-hour trip, compared to having a gas car which takes around 5 minutes to fill up your tank and you're on your way. Now imagine taking a road trip from Los Angeles to San Francisco. That's a distance of almost 400 miles. If you're driving a fuel-efficient car, you can make that trip on one full tank of gas. Now take that same trip with an electric car, and you're going to have to make frequent stops at charging stations throughout the way. The article, Electric Cars, Pros and Cons by Harst Auto Research, states depending on the model, an electric car can sometimes take up to 20 hours to fully charge. So electric cars wouldn't be a very reliable vehicle during long road trips based on their charge time. My third and final point will be about the overall cost and replacement cost of electric vehicles compared to gas-powered vehicles. Since electric cars don't have that big of a variety of miles available, their cars are always more expensive than gas-powered equivalents. The article, Electric Cars, Pros and Cons, states basic electric models start around $30,000, with luxury model prices climbing to $80,000 and more. For those prices, you could purchase 2 to 3 gas-powered cars. Electric cars, battery replacements packs can take a huge hit to the consumer's wallet. The article, Going Electric is Cool, but Gas-Powered Cars Will Always Be Cooler by Kirby Garlitos, states electric cars battery replacements cost between $12,000 and $20,000. There's a good chance that a battery pack replacement will be needed down the road. So not only do you have to pay $30,000 to $60,000 for the electric car, but eventually down the line in 2 to 3 years, you'll have to pay another $10,000 to $20,000 just to replace the battery. Meanwhile, gas-powered cars, you only need an oil change and some minor service work done in 2 to 3 years. And here I have a graph comparing electric vehicles to gas vehicles. The green line is the gas-powered vehicle, and the black line is the electric vehicle. And you can see the cost of it. It says the gas-powered one is more cost-worthy than the electric one, but that doesn't include the battery pack replacement. If it were to include the battery pack replacement, the electric car would be slightly more expensive than the gas car over the 2 to 3 years. There are many more factors about comparing electric powered cars to gas powered cars, including some that I didn't mention. Like, in order to charge electric vehicles, you're burning fossil fuels. Based off what I currently stated in these examples, it will show you how electric cars aren't as eco-friendly and efficient as they claim they are, like the improper use of recycling their batteries, or the batteries rotting themselves in landfills, which cause more harm to our environment than gas-powered vehicles. Are electric cars as efficient and eco-friendly as they say they are? The article, "Are Electric Cars Really Greener?" states that electricity used to charge the car comes from burning fossil fuels. It doesn't matter if the electric car is not polluting while being driven, as this pollution was already released in some distant power plant. So this shows that to charge an electric vehicle, it pollutes the environment by burning fossil fuels, just like gas-powered vehicles. But who knows? Maybe in the future they will be better than gas-powered vehicles.